Ain't that a dead giveaway? This nigga's on $100 bill, and he wasn't a president, wasn't a vice president, wasn't a general. Like
he was a vice president.
He was a vice president.
Yeah.
Who you talking about?
Benjamin Franklin.
Franklin. Oh yeah.
I mean, he was like pulling strings for real. On $100 bill.
A nigga in a mix.
No. He was sorry.
He was in a mix.
I don't know, bro.
Who's in the mix?
Some don't seem right about that.
He was a president.
I feel like all these names that's in the history books, they was probably like all Masons. Every single last one of them. You know what I'm saying? All the guys that
electricity guy. The guy that found electricity. Whatever. Maybe that's why. Ben.
He didn't find electricity.
I know that, but that's what the history books say.
He didn't find electricity. What do you mean?
What are you talking about? This is the nigga that had flew the kite and had the damn light bulb and shit on the shit. That's Ben Franklin, dog.
That's not finding electricity. Electricity's been around.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the history books will say that he was a nigga that.
I also seen that whole like kite and key jump is like it's like occult symbolism. It's not it's not to be taken literal. Like that's like a signal to the rest of the people. That's not literal.
That's always a possibility. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wouldn't be.
That's like a ceremony or some shit.
They say the Bible's not supposed to be taken literally, but yeah, that is the guy.
These damn nursery, those nursery rhymes and shit. Exactly. Same thing. Like all those nursery rhymes they said we used to listen to growing up. All them shits had like dark meanings and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Even ice cream truck songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That too. See, man, it's some dark shit. Like, why they like that? Like, why all this shit gotta be around us? You know what I'm saying? We don't even be seeing it.
The darkest genre, the ring around the rosy. That's the darkest shit.
That's the plague jump.
Yeah.
Ashes. We all fall down.
And you got kids, and I don't think they do those songs no more, do they?
I don't know.
Because they did that. We was definitely doing that shit.
Yeah.
I vividly remember being in school doing that shit.
So like, what we probably like invoking some shit while doing that. I don't know.
Exactly. And I think that's why. See how they do us.
Hey, speaking about invoking shit, do you think like when you like when people be like doing like big time movies and acting and shit, they be doing like like say like Heath
invoking spirits.
Yeah, do you think they be invoking spirits or like Aaliyah?
Hell yeah. I definitely think. I think some of those shits be rituals in that we be watching in the movie. You know.
That's why I don't really like watching Johnson. It makes me feel like
Who was it? Somebody said it was deep. It was a female celebrity. Who was it? She said she don't like watching scary movies for that exact reason. She said she thinks that if you get on the frequency that the movie is on, it's like it's putting you on a deep demon frequency, and you can like be attracting spirits because of you engaging in a scary movie or some. I forgot who it was, man. I want to say Tiffany Haddish.
Damn.
But I don't think it was her. Actually, I think it was Tiffany Haddish. I think she was the one who said that. She said she don't like watching scary movies because she said feel like you're like being on the frequency of a demon, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever the energy that the movie's putting out. So she don't like watching them. And I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense. I never thought about it like that, but I could see that.
I guess. I don't know. I've always loved scary movies. Maybe because I'm born on October 28th. I don't know. Right before.
I mean, you know, everybody got their preferences, but it goes the same thing. It's the same thing with music. You get on a certain frequency with the music that you listen to too. That's why people like to listen to certain music to get in certain moods and shit. Because a song will put you on a certain frequency. Like that's just how it is.
What about
Same
like
thing.
when people in music when they like always talk about their death or their demise or you know what I'm saying, and then that shit happen.
Yeah, YBN, what wasn't YBN and Namir said the same shit. He was like, rappers always speaking their death into existence and then wonder like why the fuck.
I mean, shit. Biggie John was called "Ready to Die," "Life After Death."
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
I really
they
know.
just
Machiavelli.
Big.
they just had a post with so King Von, Mo, and I want to say Pop Smoke all had apparently songs named Armed and Dangerous too.
Damn, yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
Mm.
and XXX, that nigga just had he had his whole funeral in the music.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. Niggas be living into that shit though.
Tupac.
Yeah, the same thing as you saying like you putting positivity in yourself. You can definitely put negativity out there.
Yeah. If you want to be positive, But
And that's the thing. What we be saying like with music or just anything like horror movies, the shit that we choose to entertain ourselves with is like if we see like so much negativity in the world, and then you look at the things that people consume on the daily. You know what I'm saying? Like that clearly shows you that's a reflection of who we are on the inside. You know what I mean? So it's like I think if people start to try to project out more positivity, it's like if we can brainwash ourselves with negativity, why not brainwash ourselves with positivity? It will change the world. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Like why not try it? But they like they say negativity sells though, so then you get a negative world, I guess.
I think it's a difference. I think it's a difference
People
from
give their energy.
watching a scary movie. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a difference from watching a scary movie and then putting on an album or something that says, "Yeah, I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die." You know what I'm saying? Or something that I'm glorifying my own death. You know what I'm
think
saying?
so?
I think it's a big difference from watching we know that a movie is fictional. We know that a movie is fictional. We all the movies that we watch is sci-fi, or that's why they call it science fiction, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're watching, it's gonna be fictional unless you're watching a fucking documentary. It's always fictional. And then you decide to put out something, a rapper or a music singer saying I'm ready to die. I'm gonna die. And I'm making music about my potential death or how I may die or some shit or whatever in the future or whatever the fuck. It's like it's a totally different. It's two totally different platforms. It's two totally different platforms. You're speaking your shit into existence. As they say, you're speaking that downfall into existence. As far it's way different from watching some fucking scary movie. But go ahead.
I disagree only on the premise that, you know what I'm saying, like if you are putting yourself, because not only are you putting yourself in the music, but you're also putting yourself into the role of the character that in which you're either portraying or watching in a scary movie. So I think that you are still like actually portraying and doing you know what I'm saying, doing some type of aspect of watching a scary movie, just because, I mean, like, you understand that it's entertainment. And then the same way we talk about rappers, like sometimes rappers, yes, they are saying like my album is called Ready to Die. And like I have aspects or I have songs in which I'm talking about the untimely demise of my death. But those are still facts that they have either put into their mind or put into their music. And that way, you know what I'm saying, it came across that way. In the same way, like, this, you watching a scary movie, you can still put those facts into your mind, and that being how you view a certain lifestyle or you view something like that, and it could be skewed. So if that's your fact, like, once again, I feel like this is just me. If that's your perception is always going to be your reality. So if your perception is I'm watching a scary movie and I am putting myself into this character, or I am putting myself into the possibility of me going into seeing like The Exorcist outside of, you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck, in the same way I'm putting myself into the music. I mean, I think it can be remotely similar. So that's all I'm saying.
I agree.
I get what you're saying about
Yeah,
music.
I mean, it's not even a judgment. It's just saying, just indulging in anything that's negative. Like, all right, it's not saying that it was not a judgment on which is worse or which is not so bad and which one is different. It's just saying, like, all right, at the end of the day, you watching somebody get their head cut off. What's going to help? How's that going to help you in life? I ain't going to do nothing for you in life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you watching for entertainment. That's one thing, but even entertainment in itself is really don't do nothing for you. But if you're going to, like, you know, engage in something, you know, I'm speaking the hypothetical of what if our default was to look for positivity instead of looking for negativity. How much of that would change things? You see what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't even be the idea of watching a horror movie would be like, why would I do that? Like, why would I want to watch somebody get stabbed to death? What's the point? See what I'm saying? Like, your brain wouldn't even think like, oh, I want to watch somebody help somebody. Though, wow, that makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at that person over there succeeding. I want to see that. Like, shit like that. Like, what if we did that? You see what I mean? That type.
Yeah, and then literally, I just came across this. I'm just looking at the shit, and I'm saying most things are not about you, though they do reveal how you think about yourself. And so that's the same thing with like movies, and then even like music. Like, it's not about you. You know what I'm saying? It can be like how you view yourself, even if it's for that moment or it's for like a internal guilty pleasure that you may have. You know what I'm saying? It might unveil that way. But yeah, that's definitely true, Mark.
Let me throw this in there though. So with music, we will continually listen to a soundtrack or whatever. We will listen to it. Maybe you might want to put that shit on repeat or whatever the fuck. But for a movie, you'll watch that joint. Maybe you'll watch it again next week. Maybe you'll watch it again a week later or whatever. But with music, you're riding in your car or whatever, and you're hearing continuously, "I'm ready to die," or "I'm ready to, I'm gonna kill somebody," or some other shit or whatever. "I'm gonna fuck some shit up" or whatever. So it's like y'all can't distinguish the difference on that aspect.
Yes, you can distinguish the difference on that aspect, but think about it at the same time. So even if you're riding in the car, you're multitasking, and like that is subconsciously playing in your mind, and like even still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be focused on music and you could still be doing that. But think about it, when you're watching a movie, life for the most part, everything stops and you're literally sitting there and you're just digesting and you're fully engaged and fully engulfed in the movie, in which like literally like there's nothing else you're thinking about. Like when you're driving, or even if you're listening to music and you're working out or doing different things, like your mind is still going to other places at one point in time. But when you're watching a movie, for the most part, you're fully engaged and fully engulfed in the movie. I mean, like, of course, you have your fiance or you have other people beside you asking questions about the movie as if you've seen the movie before. But but you know what I'm saying, like for the most part, you're truly engaged and you're truly engulfed in the movie. So you know what I'm saying, like it can be this, it's the same. I mean, it can be similar for me.
I feel like that's my thing though. It's like the movie, it's like you're watching it and you're just enjoying it, but the fucking the music is like it's like a tribal call. It's like some shit that's just.
I know what you're saying. You say music is more repetition, so it's
yeah.
like you're so much, so it's like more of a brainwashing process rather than if you watch a movie, you just watch it at one time, you walk.
Yeah,
away.
You can watch that shit and
I
get up
challenge
and
that
go on
because, but I challenge that because you said what? What you say, Corey?
No, I'm saying you can watch that shit and go on with your day or whatever. That was a good movie and that was it. But you're gonna continually keep listening to the same song. Whatever. I'm saying
that, but that's not true. That's not true because
if it was a good song, though, it was a good song.
Listen, though, look. But it's not. I don't agree because when you watching the movie, it's basically kind of what Alex was just saying. But when you watch a movie, you getting the visual. Those visions are getting tattooed into your brain, into your subconscious mind. So you're gonna go off on your day that shit is still in the back of your brain, no matter what. So these visions, all that shit, you're still getting desensitized to the violence that you just saw, like all kinds of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all in. That's what that shit does. Like at the end of the day, so you got. Yeah.
And as Randall just said, like most of the time, at least for me, most of the time after I watch a movie, not too much longer am I going to sleep afterwards. And so guess what happens when I go to sleep? Like now I am subconsciously even further thinking about the movie or the crazy shit that I just watched. And now all of a sudden, like that shit is creeped into my dreams. And I'm about that shit for maybe 3 to 5 hours out of my 8 hours of sleep or however long I'm about to go to sleep.
So y'all saying you get the visual and the frequency fucked up. Okay.
Hey, but Corey, you watch this like a bunch of scary movies, so you know, like
I love it. I love it. Go ahead.
A lot of times the spirits can't come in unless you welcome them in, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when you watching these junks, aren't you welcoming like that energy in?
So exactly. I'm gonna tell you this. I have never seen no bullshit or whatever. I've never seen no bullshit, and my wife is from Puerto Rico. They have the whole Catholic shit going on over there. All of them have seen some type of shit as far as spiritual and maybe a ghost or some type of possession or some shit. They really into the Catholic shit over there, and I don't know. I just me. I've never seen nothing like that, and I don't know. I probably would. I say that I would like to see that shit, but probably if I seen that shit, I'd be like, "Oh my god!" I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, I mean, you just a wait and see type people. Some people like just not trying to mess with the vibes at all because it is
exactly.
a welcoming, feeling. You're welcoming.
Exactly. I ain't seen shit.
Your ass want to see it. That's the problem.
I do. Yeah, that's probably the problem.
Oh, you want to see it? Nah.
Yeah, that's probably the problem. That's probably the problem. I ain't seen no shit, so I'm like, get out of here.